yes. I'm back again. I'm back again. Hello, everyone. And I trust you're doing well. Trust you're doing good. Trust you're fine and you're okay. I bless the name of the Lord for this wonderful time again. And I'm happy also. You know, I always tell you I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to be back. And today, honestly, I want to discuss something very important and something that a lot of women requested for, and I will be discussing this issue. But before I go on, my name is still Rita Aderonke. I'm the host of Chayil's Moments. You can also call me Chayil. I've told you I will do something short about the word Chayil. I'm going to do something literal about it, and so that you know why I adopted that name, Chayil. And everywhere I go to, I tell people to call me Chayil. So you can also call me Chayil, and I'm the host of this channel, Chayil's Moments. You are welcome once again. Now, if you're just joining me or watching my channel for the very first time, please quickly put your thumb on the notification bell. As soon as I release video, you'll be notified. Or subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, share, put your comments there, and let's build this family together. It's a family, and we're building it together. And like I said, the little wisdom that God has given unto me, I want to share with people so that at least they can also learn one or two things, that is very important and critical for their life and for their existence as well. And something that will make our life so beautiful, as we go on. And of course, I have a lot of people that I'm also talking to. I want people to get to know little about, some things, and I'm excited. I'm getting response from people. I'm happy that you're responding back to me. I can't do this alone. And so with that, I blow my kiss to you, and I want to say thank you very much. God bless you. Now let's go on today. What I'm about to share with you today that some women requested for is to talk about menopause. Menopause, the great menopause. And a lot of women, don't even understand menopause. So what I titled this video is everything you need to know about menopause. Everything you need to know about menopause. This is being requested from some women who are menopausal age women, and a lot of women are bothered, about menopause. In fact, a lot of women are so scared about menopause. I've heard a lot of men tell me, "Oh, menopause kills you. So once you want to start your menopause, death is coming," and all that. No, and no. In this short video, I would like to just mention a few things about, what menopause is all about, when it starts, what are the signs and symptoms you need to know, how can you prevent, how can you live with it, because it's a natural thing. You can't run away from it as a woman. But let me start by saying that, when we begin giving birth to as a girl child or as a girl, of course, a time in our life we reach age of puberty, and we start, there's an onset of menstruation. Yes, we call it menarche, onset of menstruation. And of course, that is when you know that, of course, you're growing maturely, in your reproductive health, and you're having a sexual, maturation and all that comes with hormones and etc. Now, as a girl, you go on to have your menstrual flow. But when it comes to a stage in our life as women, I want to break it down so simple so that we understand. And when we get to the stage in our life as a woman, of course, a time will come when this menses will cease to flow. So when it stops or it ceases to flow, we say we are entering menopause. In other words, the menstruation will cease to flow. It is a cessation of the menstrual flow. And know that it is a natural occurrence. It's natural. It is not that somebody is doing somebody or somebody is using juju on anybody. It's come because that is how God had ordained it to be for women. And so a time will come as the menstruation has come. As an onset of, adulthood, when we are coming up, the same way there will be a cessation of the flow of blood, which is your monthly flow, and it goes gradually. And when it happens, what do we mean? There will be a reduction in the level of estrogen and progesterone, which is the sexual hormone that works for women. There will be a reduction. And when that comes down, of course, the woman ceases to, menstruate. Let me also say something, that menstruation is not a death sentence. Oh, sorry, menopause is not a death sentence. Menopause is not an infection. Menopause is not a disease. I want you to know those three things. Menopause is not a death sentence. Menopause is not a disease. Menopause is not an infection. You need to know that, my sisters. And so when we get to that level, we have to know how to handle it. For instance, I'm close to 60, and of course, I'm one of the menopausal women, women. And I'm excited at this moment. This is when I enjoy myself more. In fact, at times I just wonder, are you close to 60? Really? Are you close to that age? Really? But I'm close to 60, and I'm excited, to say that I carry myself in a way that, and all that, and I do some things to enhance, my beauty, to sort of enhance who I am, and as a woman, and to go on. And so that is menopause. So we're in this together, and from my own experience, I think I can actually share my few experiences with you, how God has helped me through menopausal stage. So know that menopause is not a disease, menopause is not an infection, menopause is not death. Now, what are the signs and symptoms? Signs are the things you see, while symptoms are what you feel. We need to understand that signs are things we see happening in our body, while symptoms are how we feel. You're the one that will tell you, this is how I'm feeling, that's your symptoms. But sign is something what everybody will see physically to say that, oh, you're going through this, you're going through that. And so there are a lot of signs and symptoms of menopause. A lot. I have close to 40. I'm not able to mention everything, but at least I'll give you the cocoa ones, the ones that are very, very common that people will talk about, and all that. And let me say, before I talk about signs and symptoms, a lot of women are dying, of the thought of entering menopause or being a menopausal woman. I know a lot of women around that will tell me, I don't know what is happening, this is spiritual. Please, menopause is not a spiritual thing. Nobody is attacking you. The devil is not attacking you. I want you to understand it's a natural thing. God has ordained it to be so. And so we have to live with it. That is why we are women. That's why God has put in us the capacity and the capability of handling this situation at this time. And when it comes, we can handle it. The Bible says God will not put over you what you cannot handle, what He knows you can't handle. So God created us. He created us to be like this. And I'm excited that I am a woman. I'm excited to be one. When I come back to the face of the earth, I don't want to be a man. I still want to be a woman. I love me for who I am. I love me for how God has created me. And that is also one thing psychologically that is keeping me going. I don't see myself as growing old. I see myself as still being young, at heart, because age is a thing of the mind. And so when you enter this season of your life, it is not a time for you to kill yourself before your time. It is not a time for you to condemn yourself. It's not a time to start running from churches, from mosque to mosque, from abandoned to abandoned to say, oh, you are being attacked. No, menopause is not a spiritual attack. It is a natural thing. It's a natural cessation of your menstrual flow, and it must happen. It must happen. It must happen. If you're a woman, it must happen. As the menses starts and it started at a stage in your life, menstruation will also stop at a stage in your life. And so just get to know that it is something that you need to know. It is something that you need to hold on to. It is something that you need to understand and come to terms with, to say that this is not spiritual. This is natural. So let's go on. What are the signs and symptoms of menopause? The first one that is very common is that we have irregularity in menstruation, irregular periods. Menstruation will start, flowing, will not be regular again. It's possible that you start, you see it now, in the next 2 or 3 months, you don't see it again, and there will be irregularity in your menstruation as a woman. And I will tell us the age as time goes on. The second one is, of course, there will be vaginal dryness. The vagina will be dry, and people don't understand this. I don't know where this notion is coming from, but once a woman enter, menopause, she can never enjoy sex anymore. Who says so? Who is the person who has said it? I'm going to talk about it as time goes on. But of course, because there's a reduction in the level of estrogen, production of estrogen and progesterone in our body, that makes us a woman, that makes us beautiful, that makes us to look nice and look good. Everything, there will be reduction. Of course, there will be, vagina, dryness. That is also another one. Anxiety is there. There will be a lot of anxiety. Like I said, a lot of women, have been so anxious, and they are running helter-skelter. They're going from hospital to hospital, from churches to churches, from mosque to mosque, and they're asking questions. Oh, my leg, my head, my everything. Please, anxiety is also another sign. Our symptoms you will see. Hot flushes or flashes. This one, you will sweat and sweat and sweat. People will think, what happened? What is wrong with you? I remember when I was going through my own hot flushes stage and all that. If I'm going out, I have to go out with about 2 or 3 clothes. Because if I wear one, by the time I get out in 2 hours, it's soaked. The sweat will come. I will just be sweating. I will be sweating. And so I understand. People say, why are you sweating? Please sit down under the fan. Please go and take your bath. What is wrong with you? Are you sick? I'm not sick. And so I have a lot of handkerchiefs that I go out with. In fact, virtually packets, and towels. And I bring, I will go out with at least 2 or 3 dresses for change. Because once one is soaked and I don't change it, of course, when you sweat, it smells. And so I don't want to smell. So I have to change. And most of the time when I was going through it, I always change almost about 3 times. It's okay. Because it's just a season, a time it will come and it will go. And so hot flashes is what is common with people. And you see people, they can't, when they're sweating, it's coming like that, That is one major one that everybody is scared of and they don't like to go through. Then there'll be chills, feverish feelings and all that. You complain of fever, of course it comes with it when you know that, I just treated malaria, or why is it coming like the chills is another sign. Then we have night sweats. Some people might not even sweat during the day, but in the night they will sweat, that their bed sheet will soak with water. It is not a disease, like I said, it's something you have to go through. Another thing that is very common is memory loss or memory problems. You want to say something and you have forgotten. Forgetfulness. A memory problem. You're thinking in your heart. How many of us can identify with that? Yet you are thinking of what you want to say. It, but to say it because probably, or you want to do something and in the next minute you've forgotten what you wanted to do. You can't remember again. That's another, sign. Then sleep pattern changes. Most of the time you just realize that you can't sleep well again. You sleep now, in the next 2 hours you're awake, in the night doing nothing, and you cannot find sleep again. You want to sleep, it's not coming, so your sleep pattern changes. Then there will be weight gain. At the stage everybody will look at me, why you are hiding so much? And at that time that people are complaining, you are hiding so much. I think I eat twice a day. I do everything. I eat well, do my diet, exercise, and yet people say, you're growing fat, you're growing big. And I think this is a concern for a lot of women here. Women, my sisters, listen to me. There will be additional weight gain once menopause sets in. It is normal. You add first, then later on it can be shed, but there will be additional weight gain. It is not a death sentence. Then there will be reduced libido. It's possible you don't feel like having sex, again, and your libido is low, or maybe you have been going 2, 3, 4 rounds or sex with your spouse, and now you feel like, I can't do more than once and all that. There'll be, reduced libido. You don't know, Then depression. Some women are going into depression because most of the time, they don't even know what is going on in their body, so they are depressed. And once depression sets in, it's actually a psychiatric issue. It's a mental health problem. And so a lot of women goes into depression also because they don't even understand their body again. Then there will be slow metabolism. Once you eat, it's like, your metabolism system doesn't work well again. It's very, very slow. So it's possible you eat and, food gets difficult to digest and all that. So you have a lot of, constipation and all that. Then you have thin hair and dry skin. Your skin is so dry, then your hair will start thinning out. Well, this one, you can see my hair. Well, whatever it is, I've paid my dues. You think it's thinning out, but I'm not. This one I cost myself because when I did a particular style, I had to cut my hair, so I'm building my hair back again and all that. But Even if it things out, it's okay. I've paid my dues. It's not a disease. I'm excited that I've entered the age. Okay, then there will be dry skin also be there. The skin will be so dry. It's also there, and then you have dry skin. Then we have lots of breast fullness. Your breast will not be full as before. Don't forget that these hormones are the one working, with you, and you have your full breast, when you're not enter menopausal age. So the breast, whether you like it or not, will start coming down, and it's not to be full as before anymore. It's also part of what you do. Painful and stiff joints. Pains and stiff joints, pains. Some people say my back is paining me today, my leg is paining me tomorrow, it is my knee, it is my leg. You have a lot of pains everywhere. My head is paining me, and that's why our husband will say, why is it that every day you wake up somewhere is paining you and all that? It's also part of what you go through. Another thing is, of course, we have urinary tract infections. Menopausal women are prone also to that kind of infection, at this stage of menopause. Then we have vertigo. This is vertigo or vertigo. It depends on what I want to call it. VERTIGO. Vertigo or vertigo. This one is you feel dizzy. You wake up in the morning and you are dizzy. Or you have fainting episodes. And it comes like that. You have to lie down and all that. Some people experience that a lot. Once they wake up in the morning and you stand up now, the ceiling will be turning, and so it goes on and on like that. So vertigo. Then dizziness, of course, is also there. Then they have menopausal women find it difficult concentrating. Their concentration level is also low. Most of the time, you have your concentration being tampered with, it's low. So that one, like I said, these are not all. There's so many other ones. Some people have eye problems. Some people, because of their skin that is dry, they start having wrinkles, on their faces, wrinkles, on their neck and everywhere. And some women who uses cream and all that, it's more pronounced, because as the skin is getting dry, you see the wrinkles will be becoming much more, and everybody will notice that, of course, you're going wrinkled and setting. And so there's so many other signs and symptoms that actually come, but these are very common ones that I know that a lot of people have complained to me about, that I have also gone through some of them, and now I'm good. Now, when does it start? When does menopause start? Of course, many factors determines when a woman starts menopause, and of course it concludes genetics and ovaries health. Don't forget that our eggs come from the ovary. We have two ovaries, the left and the right, and that is why the eggs breaks forth. The mature eggs is being released every month. And of course, when we have sexual intercourse and fertilization does not take place, then of course those eggs that's been released will come down with other components, and that's when we have a menstrual flow, because pregnancy does not occur that month. So it depends on that. However, we have a lot of people who go into the menopause stage at early age, from 40 years and above. In fact, so ladies start experiencing it from 38 years or 35 years and above. We call it menopausal traits. And so they go through a lot of it. So from 40 years and above, a lot of women start to see irregularity in their menstrual flow and all that. And that's why I think Yoruba people will say shoe, because of this kind of a thing. However, I know that no matter when you start, from 40 years and above, it starts. Let me put it that way. For 40 years and above, we have what we call perimenopausal, stage, and we have a lot of people who goes into early menopause between 40s, like I said, 38 or 35, to like 45. Those are early menopausal, women. They go into it and they start seeing traits. They might not go completely, but there will be traits. There will be irregularity. There will be a lot of all these things. They also experience all these things, and of course, please do not be afraid. I'm going to get there to tell us what we need to do to help ourselves psychologically to go on. Then, of course, menopause, like I said, is like a menstruation for 1 full year or more. So when your menopause comes, I want to say that once you don't see your menstruation for 1 year or 2 years, it doesn't come at all, then you have entered menopause. However, I always tell people, never say never again. I've seen women who have actually, I've actually women, I'm going to take that again. Women that they have actually experienced this for 2 years, and suddenly blood just, surface again. And so that's why I say never again, because you can. But like I said, if you have cessation of menstruation 1-2 years complete without seeing anything, you have entered menopause. And of course, it's like I said, it's natural. So if I want to ask this one, why do menopause occur? It's a natural process. It's a natural process. Like I said, it's not spiritual. It's not a spiritual attack. It's not because it's a death sentence. It's not infection. It is not a disease. So it's natural. And so when it comes like that, this just is a natural process as the ovary stops, producing, some levels of estrogen, in our body, and progesterone, which are sexual, hormone for women, and they stop producing it. Now, let me say, some people have asked me a question. Do you need treatment for menopause? Yes and no. Now, for menopause, like I said, it's not a disease. But of course, like I said, there's some other, these symptoms and signs that comes that needs medical attention. For instance, if you have been having vertigo and keeps on reoccurring, or if you have been having like dizziness and keeps reoccurring, there are certain things that you keep on reoccurring. Please, you need to see a medical expert so that they can actually, treat that. But menopause on its own is not a disease, so you don't need to start running at skelter. But of course, those signs and symptoms that comes, with it needs medical attention, and you need, the expert to attend to you. But do not fret, do not panic, do not be afraid. Don't think the end has come. Don't ever think that this one will kill you, because I've seen a woman who told me that our friend died because of menopause. I said, no, hello, excuse me, no. Some other things must have happened, and so please do let us, look at it. For instance, if you have been having something they call osteoporosis, which is like, of course, you have knee pain or bone, issues and all that, your knee and all that, please, you have to see a doctor or see a medical expert to attend to you. So all these things will actually help us. Now, how do we prevent, or what kind of lifestyle that we need to live as the menopausal women? Home remedies, lifestyles, preventions, and just, it's not even prevention. You can't prevent it because it's natural occurrence, but we need to do lifestyles and just live with it. How do we cope? Coping mechanism. Let me say that. How do we cope? How do you do that? These are the things you need to do. Number one, keep cool and stay fresh and stay comfortable. Honestly, keep cool and stay comfortable. One thing you need to realize is the fact that menopause, like I said, is a natural thing, and so get yourself prepared for it, that one day it will come. And the first thing you need to do is to deal with your psychological issue. Just deal with it first. One thing I tell myself is, I don't care. You have entered menopause even when it happened. And my own is even a special case, because for me, and this is the truth under God, I got tired when I was like 46, 47. Now I'm 57 now and all that. Well, I got tired of wearing sanitary towel everywhere, and the blood will come and was heavy and all that. So I had to pray. And that's the truth. I had to pray it out. And I asked God for another thing. Please, Lord, as I'm praying this out, I don't want to reduce in libido. I want increased libido. And most of the time we just find out that there's a lot of things that God, we just feel as little as our prayer, God answered them and actually attend to our heart cry. God answered it. And honestly, so I started early because I prayed it out at 47. I was just tired because I had a lot of things to do. And when it comes, it's heavy. I'm only able to sit down and all that. And I don't want to have children anymore. So what are you doing? What are you doing there? Why must I be carrying sanitary towel everywhere when my daughters are also carrying, taking them in the bag and all that? It's just a personal thing. I'm not saying you should do that, but I'm just sharing my own experience. And so, of course, yes, it stopped. But one thing I told myself at that time is, what? I had this mentality of the fact that, yes, you are going old, but you are not, going out of. So I settled that within me that, see, it is something I had to face, and Lord help me to go through it. So the first thing I did was to pray, Lord help me to go through it. So when it comes, I don't see it as a problem. I don't see it as an issue. I know that it's a natural I need to go through. Make it easy for me, Lord. I don't want to have issues around it. And honestly, the prayer was answered, because at the time I was going through everything I was going through, honestly, it wasn't as bad as most people will paint, or most women will paint it. So please keep yourself cool. Keep it cool and make yourself comfortable first. Tell yourself that this is a natural thing. You will go through it. And of course, everybody goes through it. Every woman will go through it. You won't be the first and you will not be the last. So Please keep your cool and keep comfortable, and manage the situation. If you're having a headache, please take paracetamol or see a medical expert. If you're having vertigo, please see a medical expert. But don't magnify it. Don't paint it to the medical expert as if, this is this is that. So please just tell them, I think this is menopause and I'm having this. What can I do? Make it so simple. And don't make mountain out of a molehill. And that is because some doctors will just use your money. You'll be collecting money. They might not even tell you it's menopause. Because especially if you go to private hospital, of course, excuse me, they will collect your money so well because they need clients, they need patients. So please just keep it cool and make it simple and short. Another thing you have to do is that you have to change your mindset, your orientation. For instance, change everything you wear. I wear a lot of trousers, I wear a lot of t-shirts, I wear a lot of, my dress sense just changed. I mean, you won't see me wearing Iro and Boba or Bubu all the time. It makes me feel good. Not because of anybody. I just want to feel good. I still want to feel young at heart. And so my dressing has also helped me. I wear t-shirts, I wear, trousers, I wear short sneakers, I wear, I just dress well. They make your bedroom beautiful and very romantic. Don't say, now we are now old. Because some men also have orientation on the fact that once when their wives enter menopause, you cannot do anything, and they start having side chicks. That's when they start running at skelter, and they have, girlfriends and everything. Please change your dress sense. Still make yourself beautiful. Make your bedroom beautiful. Decorate your bedroom in such a way that when your husband comes into your room, he's still comfortable and still sees you as, okay, the woman that I married. Don't womanize yourself. I'm now mommy, I'm close to 60, I've entered menopause. In fact, kudos to women that I see out there who are 60 or 70 and they're still trending, they're still dressing well and not. I love women like that because it's not because you're not going through it, but the thing is, age is in the mind. It is what you put here. When you think your menopause has come, you are not aged. Of course, it will come. But for me, honestly, I still feel I'm still on the 13. If you want to know, and that's the truth. That's the truth. So, keep your bedroom cool and void of blanket at night. Of course, you cannot use blanket because you'll be sweating. Then don't use nylon bed sheet because it's hard more. It will heat up your body. So use pure cotton, for bed sheets and your pillowcase. Don't use blanket. Of course, if God bless you to have this in your room, use your air conditioner when you want to sleep, make your room so cool. And if you don't have, honestly, use your fan and all that. Just take a lot of water and make your bedroom cool and wonderful, even for your spouse to come in and see you as who you are. Now, another point is number 3 is exercise and manage your weight. Like I said, I had big bones. My parents are not skinny, and so I'm not a bastard looking like this. But the truth of the matter is, I've been able to help myself. I do swimming, I do exercises, I do a lot of things, that will help me manage my body. I watch what I eat. I've stopped taking sugar. Stop taking, all these minerals, coke and all that, and etc. Please exercise in your own little way. Take a lot of water, and of course, reduce your sugar intake. Exercise, and take balanced diet. Take a lot of fruit, a lot of water, and just you're cool to go like that. Then, of course, to improve your mood sleep pattern, I always encourage women that because most of the time you just wake up in the night, you're not sleeping. Please engage yourself in the afternoon so you don't sleep in the afternoon. For instance, I've made sure that I don't sleep in the afternoon anymore, and it has helped me a lot. So that in the night, once I hit my bed and I pray, I go to sleep. And God can also help you in this situation. Pray to the God that you believe in and to say, Lord, help me. I want to go. The Bible says, I'm a Christian. The Bible says, God give his beloved sleep. So I ask God to give me a beloved sleep. And I sleep like a baby, because I don't see that, it's menopause, I'm not sleeping. Unless I want to do anything or pray in the night and all that. That's when I wake up. And so to improve your sleeping pattern, please keep yourself busy in the afternoon. Do chores, do things, just keep yourself busy. And so in the night, take your bath, then you go to bed, hit your bed, and you sleep. If you still sleep 6 hours, it's okay, it's good for you. And that will also help you. Then seek medical, advice or counsel on the kind of supplements you can use. I don't want you to just go and buy any supplement. Please seek, medical counsel. We have a lot of supplements on vitamin D, vitamin B, vitamin C, and all that. Food supplement, B12, things that will enhance, of course, your body and also help more, because like I told you, there's a reduction in the estrogen and progesterone level, and so something that will help you more to to keep you going. So but you need to seek a medical counsel and all that. It's very important. Then relaxation technique. You need to relax. You look for relaxation technique. How can you get yourself relaxed? Is it that you go out, you go to a garden, you take a walk and you see somewhere, or you just be somewhere cozy, you need to have the relaxation, skill. You need to relax. You need to go out, at least go somewhere, play table tennis if need be, play games with your children, just relax, go somewhere, go and swim, go to, resorts. We have a lot of tourism, sites in Nigeria, everywhere you are and all that. Please look for anyone around you and plan, to go there. Just, let out and just ease out all this tension. You need to relax, like I said, exercise, and do a lot of things that will actually make you relax and take your mind off everything. Most of the time I leave, the clumsiness and the rowdiness, of the city, and I go to somewhere very calm, cool, and all that. It might be a village, it could be anything, it doesn't matter, but I just want to be somewhere that is very cool, calm. And of course we have a lot of areas now, in Nigeria. You need to discover yourself, so you can just go there, relax, and just take your mind off whatever it is, and just be you. Just be you, enjoy you for who you are. It's also going to help us a lot. Take care of your skin. Very important. Don't forget that I mentioned that you can have dry skin. Take care of your skin. Moisturize your skin. I'm not saying bleach your skin. Moisturize your skin. It depends on who you are. If you're fair, moisturize. If you're dark, please moisturize. Use moisturizer, cream to cream your body and all that. And most of it's fine for those of us who uses powder, and all that. If you want to clean your powder, please use olive oil, first, on your face, then use wipe, to wipe it off before you wash it off. You have just moisturize your face. Take good care of your skin and take a lot of water. Water also, does wonders in our body. Just a lot of water. Some people do water therapy. I also do water therapy in the morning, and of course you look good and you're fine. Then laugh a lot. Laugh a lot. Do not squeeze your face all the time. You are not the only one that carries the body. No, there's so many things, my sisters, that is going on. But please laugh a lot. I laugh a lot. I like to be in the midst of people who laugh. I know, this is scientifically proven. It takes 13 muscles on our face to smile or to laugh, but it takes 39 muscles to frown. So when you frown your face, you are actually looking ugly, and of course the wrinkles will also be more. So smile, laugh, let it come from within. Deep-seated laughter. You laugh a lot, joke with people, move around people who are humorous, people that can actually, you can play with, like make you laugh a lot, and make that because when you laugh, it's also, it helps. So laugh a lot and you look more beautiful. Then of course, dress nicely. I've said change your dress sense. It doesn't have to be rub all the time. Wear things that you're comfortable with wearing, but not all you rub all. Don't make yourself mommy all the time. Yes, we know you are growing old. Yes, we know we are aging. Yes, we know, but there's still a girl inside of you that want to manifest, inside of you as a woman. Let that girl come out. I'm not saying you should expose your body, but dress nicely and dress sensibly, so that at least, of course, it will be okay, for you as a woman. Then managing your sleeping issues. I've said it. You need to manage that, and so that at least in your home you manage that. Then let me say this is not a time for you to stop having sexual intercourse. Have a good sex with your husband. You need it, and let your husband also know that you're still there. Just bring up yourself, put a pleasure of sex in your mindset and just enjoy yourself. So let me say something about that. Then this is the time that, of course, your mind is even at peace that, oh, you cannot get pregnant. Even though we always say never again. But honestly, by the time it stops, enjoy yourself, women. Enjoy yourself, my sisters. Don't say, oh, because once you enter menopause, so a woman in menopausal woman should not have sex again. No. No, 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 and no. No. Have good sex. Enjoy yourself with your husband. Enjoy yourself with your husband. And it also help us, to bring the other girl out of us. And don't just lie down there like a log of wood, and just say, just come and do what you do. Men don't like that. I'm going to talk about sex, soonest. And just lie down like a log of wood and just let him just come and do what he wants to do and get up. After all, me, I've gotten to my own level. Don't have that kind of mentality. Change your mindset about sex. Look at the pleasure of it and imagine it when you enjoy sex with your husband and all that. When you're not entering menopause, still those same. You can even ask for it from your husband. Don't wait until when he asks for it. And that's also, helps men. It helps them look good, makes them feel good. And so enjoy yourself, sisters. My sisters, enjoy yourself. Menopause is not a death sentence. It is not an infection. It is not a disease. It is a natural process that you go through, and we can manage it well. You enjoy your life. I hope I've been able to say one or two things. I don't want to go beyond that. If you have any question, please send it on my comment section. Click like, love, share this video so I can bless some other women have been worried about menopause, and let's just do this together. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Until I see you again, God bless you, and bye for now.